Okay, we are in week 5 here. And what you see is, again, a link to the virtual lab because we are still working with that. And today we are going to introduce the project. Clicking on the day 17 folder, connecting the internet. And there we go. Once you're inside the day 17 folder, you're going to see a bunch of stuff. You're going to see instructions. You're going to see the project rubric. You're going to see an example of the project. You're going to have a quiz that says you read the rubric. And then you'll have the project finally itself. So let's take a look at the project rubric. And at the same time, I'm also going to open up the example project. So I'm going to go back to my other tab. I'm going to open the example project. This way I can have both the rubric and the example open on my desktop to look at the same time. Okay, so according to the rubric, we're going to be making a slideshow. It's for the virtual STEAM Lab item project. You're going to have 5 slides, 1 title slide, and 4 item slides. On the title slide, you must make a text box. You must center it on the card. You must spell and capitalize the title correctly, as seen on the left. Again, copying and pasting, always the best method. Your name, class period, and grade level in the bottom right-hand corner. And you need to type it in black, and it needs to be a readable font and kept the same as Ms. Watts envisioned it. So actually, I have an error on mine. Because this needs to be in the bottom right-hand corner. So I am going to actually copy, delete it, and I'm going to make a new text box because Ms. Watts even sometimes doesn't read the rubric when she's practicing. So bottom right-hand corner, I'm going to make another text box. I'm going to paste that stuff right there. I'm going to spin the text box to make it look nice in the corner so that it's at the same angle as the card. Okay, and there we go. So I have my title, I have my name, class period, and grade in the bottom right-hand corner. Perfect. Okay, back to my rubric, and that's all that has to be on the card. And you can leave the font the way they are. Black is what it needs to be, and it needs to be readable, so you can leave it in the one it comes in. That's perfectly fine. You'll notice in the example, then you're going to have 1, 2, 3. You'll have 4 in yours that you'll be doing that look exactly like this. There'll be a blue stock image of a dog, the item, and then there'll be the card over here. So let's find out what we're doing with those. So we're going to remove the stock image of the dog and place a picture of your item from either the website where you played it or from the internet. Okay, so my example, you take away the dog, okay, that's the first step. Okay, I'll put him back. In my example card that I give you on the second card, I have cut out a item from the dot-to-dot game that I played. So I went into the virtual lab, I opened up the dot-to-dot game, and I just took a screenshot, partial screenshot of the dot-to-dot game, okay, and I pasted it right there. I could, if I didn't want to find it from the Steam room, I'm going to open up the Steam room while I'm doing that. I could have just said dot to dot, okay, and taken something from the internet. That's also my choice. I could have copied and pasted straight from the internet of a dot to dot game, like this. Copy image. And just paste it on my slide. So 2 options, straight from the game you played it or from the internet. The second item for the card is the name of the item. Place the name of the item next to item name. take the name of the item from hovering over the internet tab. So play.to.com, what I did is I went to the dot game, which is right here on the whiteboard. I went to that link and I hovered over the tab and it said www.play.to.com. Okay, and that was the name of the item. Okay, the next part of the rubric is the written description. Make a text box. Describe as if I can't see or I haven't been to the website before, the features and what you can do at this site. Minimum of 5 sentences, your spelling and grammar are looked at, and details need to be included about the features. So let's check out what I wrote. I said this site is a virtual dot-to-dot game. The site loads with a dot-to-dot picture. The line from 1 to 2 is already started for you, and you click your mouse to the next number in order, and it connects them with a line. There are over 400 dots on this picture. You can change the size of the numbers to large, medium, or small based on your preference. You can show the solution and save your game as well. If you register, there are 4 free images to play. The other images will cost you. Okay? I believe that's 1 sentence, 2 sentence, 3 sentence, 4 sentence, 5. I included 6. I'm always one who, if there's a minimum, I include at least 1 more, just so I know I've met the minimum. And if something's wrong with one of my sentences, there's another one for Ms. Watts to count. The last thing, and notice I put a bunch of details and I described it so as if you'd never been to the site or if you couldn't see the site, you would know what the site does or what it looks like and what you can do there. And then the final thing you're going to need to do is the rating. You place 5 stars on the bottom of the card and you color in the number of stars that you rate the item. So in order to make the stars on the card, you need to go up to shapes, call outs, and that 5-pointed star, it's the 4th item in, and you create a star. Once you have 1 star created, you want to Control-C or right-click and copy and paste because all the stars won't need to be the same size. And then once you have the 5 stars on there, you highlight one and you color it with the paint bucket. Okay? So that's the stars. I give the dot-to-dot 2 stars out of 5 because it wasn't that exciting and it got really long to get to 400 dots. Might have been funner or just more satisfying if I could finish the picture quicker. Okay? So that's the last step of the rubric. Total for 100 points because you have 4 cards to do and 1 title slide. Those points. You have the example. When I'm in my Schoology folder, now that we've read the rubric together, you can go ahead and take the rubric quiz. Your project is right here for you to work on. So edit, remember to always hit that blue edit button. And we have the day 17 attendance. No, not down there. There it is. Day 17, Miss Watts is at the Lollipop Shop. Okay. And if you have any questions while we're working on the project this week, feel free to email them, chat them, or ask. And if you need anything, just feel free to ask before clicking that submit button. Have a great day.